Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to Toon Tuesdays, your weekly roundup of Newcastle United news. So, first things first, I've obviously shown you that I have got the Newcastle United's new strip. At the weekend, I finally went and got done my name and number on the back. If you missed it, I did vlog my weekend, so make sure you go and check that out in the description. And just to say, if you go to the Newcastle United store and get it done, whether you've already got the shirt or not, it's £12 for as many name and numbers as you want. Obviously Rubenstein is quite a long name and I got number 10. It was £12 for the lot, so whether you've got a short name, a long name, whether you want one number or two, it's 12 quid. Which I think is a really good deal, because I remember back in the day when I used to like order off Sports Direct, the tops, and get the name on the back, you had to pay per number, you had to pay per letter. So £12 for the lot is really good. So yeah, if you haven't got it already, it's worth thinking about. Also the badges, I haven't got them yet. I don't know if I will do. Obviously the Premier League badges, they are £3 each. So for the two arms, it's 6 quid, which also isn't that bad a deal. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you're thinking about it, £12 for name and number on the back is a decent deal. So yeah, think about that and get it sorted if you want. So moving on to the weekly news, and to be honest, yesterday I was actually still thinking there's not a huge amount to say in this video, but as of last night and announced this morning, Newcastle have officially signed LEJEUNE. Hoping I'm saying that right. So, second signing of the season. Obviously we've got Atsu off the bat, and then finally LEJEUNE has joined. Loads of speculation for ages. We've been told that he was on Tyneside, he's getting a medical, and just haven't heard much about it. And then yes, this morning it was finally announced. It looks like it's around 8.7 million we've got him for, and he's on a 5-year deal. We've signed him from Ibar. Apparently there was other Premier League teams who were interested, such as Everton and Tottenham. I don't know how far that interest went, but yeah, I'm very happy that he's come on board, and obviously that we've basically got underway with signing players, which is a massive thing for us. I've said in these videos I was never worried, but I really just wanted the ball to get rolling, and now that we've got one, hopefully we can pick up a few more in the coming months. So I must admit, I haven't seen a lot of this guy personally, other than looking at statistics and where he's come from, but Rafa has said he's been looking at him for a while, and he was very interested in the player for a number of years. So he's obviously a big fan of his, and that is why we've brought him on board. He has been at a Premier League club before. He was at Man City, but never actually got an appearance for them. So hopefully this is a fresh start for him in England. He's a very strong, big centre-back, which is obviously very essential for a Premier League team. So I'm hoping come the season he will do a good job for us. So let me know down below who you think he will be playing centre-back with start of the season, or do you think we might bring in someone new? Is it going to be Lascelles? Is it going to be Clark? Is it going to be Mbemba? I doubt it'll be Hanley, but if you think it, let me know down below. So the pre-season has started as of yesterday, so all the players are back looking to get their training done before the start of the season. Obviously we've got a number of friendlies that I will get onto a second as well. So LEJEUNE has got in just in time for that, and obviously it's not just the players we had from last season. People like Siem de Jong, Save, Riviere, all of these players are back over at the training ground with Rafa. So he wanted more players before the start of the pre-season, but Atsu and LEJEUNE, it's a good start. And like I said, hopefully we can bring in a few other faces. And obviously Rafa has to get his decision of players like De Jong, Riviere and so on, of what their place will be next season, whether it's staying at the club or whether it's out again on loan or sold. I'm not going to lie, I imagine a handful of the players who maybe didn't see any game time for us who are away probably won't get it now. But you never know, if they this is their chance to impress Rafa and say, I can play for Newcastle United. So it'll be interesting in a few weeks' time whether those players are still at the club or whether they do actually part ways with Newcastle. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that as well. So it's almost like getting new signings. Like players like De Jong, they had huge promise, never really cut it for us. Could he impress Rafa and potentially stake a claim in the club? I don't know. I've got no idea. I've not seen him in ages. Tim Krul is back, obviously. So it's going to be interesting to see who stays, who goes. So friendlies. Newcastle United have announced their one and only home friendly. It's going to be on the 6th of August, 3 PM, exactly a week before we start the Premier League against Tottenham on the 12th. So I imagine that by this point Rafa will have his set 11 ready and raring to go for the season, and it's basically the last chance to get some practice game time in, obviously in front of the home crowd. So the home friendly is against Hellas Verona. They are a Serie A team. They were a Serie B team last year. They got relegated for 1 year and are now back in Serie A. And if you didn't already know, they are managed by Fabio Paccia, the ex-Newcastle United staff member, along with Rafa. So he's worked with Rafa at Napoli, Real Madrid and Newcastle before he went off to manage Hellas Verona at the start of last season. He's got them promoted, so we'll see them two reunited for the friendly, and hopefully we can get a good, it's obviously a friendly, but it'd be nice to get a win at the home ground, ready, exactly like I said, a week before we start the Premier League. So yeah, that's been announced. No tickets or anything have been confirmed yet. It's still miles away, but yeah, that'll be good to see. So sticking with friendly talk, as I mentioned last week, we do have a number of friendlies set up. The first one being against Hearts, and the tickets are now on sale. So they got released at 100 plus loyalty points. They're now down to 75 plus loyalty points. So I don't know whether that's going to keep going down. If you've got the points and you want to go, then the tickets are on sale now. We've only been allocated 1,200 seats, which isn't a huge amount, which is why obviously the loyalty points system started so high. So depending on how many people want to go, that will come down, or you might not get a chance to get one if you don't have that many points. But if you do and you want to go, they're on sale now. So the next thing to mention is the Checker Trade Trophy. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like the League Cup. So the League Cup is offered to Premier League Championship teams. The Checker Trade Trophy is for the League 1 and League 2 teams. So last year this got, well obviously it's been going a while, but last year they introduced the option for Premier League or big teams with a grade A academy. And they said that if you've got an academy that you would like to enter into the cup, you can. So Newcastle got offered it last year, we declined it, but this year we've said yes. So we can actually put a team in for the Checker Trade Trophy alongside the League 1, League 2 teams. And I imagine maybe one or two other Premier League teams may have done so as well. So you can't just put in anyone you want. It's got to be an under 21s team, but you can have 5 over 21s. So we can't just flat out put, because obviously our reserve team is actually an under 23 team. So there's going to be a number of people who can't play. But ideally, it's for the experience. It's going against League 1, League 2 teams who are a lot more physical. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's a great chance for the youngsters to get some game time, match practice against some other players and teams that aren't just in the reserve squads, you know, like the under 23. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. Fingers crossed, maybe our younger lads can get a job done for us there. And that is pretty much it for this week's video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Very happy that we've got LEJEUNE over the line just in time for the pre-season as well. So like I said, he's coming in. We've got a number of players who have been out, like Krul, De Jong, so on, all coming back. So Rafa's going to have a good look at a pretty massive squad of players to decide who he wants to keep, who he wants to go. And then basically you can fill in the cracks with maybe a couple of new faces over the next month or so. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video as always. If I have missed anything, make sure you let me know down in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.